Good morning. This is the Eric Moncrief Survival Radio Network Talk with Green Guys show. We're coming to you live this morning from Northwood Elementary School here in Roswell, Georgia. I'm sitting with Principal Ahuja, and we are having the first ever Eco Summit at Northwood Elementary School. So pleased to be here with all the students and faculty and other presenters at this event. And this is going to be a great day. And I'm glad that we were invited here by Principal Ahuja. Principal Ahuja, why don't you tell us what made you guys start doing this Eco Summit?
Well, it's a natural progression for us. We've had an Eco Club in our school for the last 8 years. And honestly, it is because of the enthusiasm of our students that we continue to do this. And every year we have added one component or the other to it. And we've had this wonderful partnership with One More Generation. And they have inspired us, both Carter, Olivia, and Jim, their father, of course. So it has been a dream to organize something which is very conference-like, and the kids get to choose the sessions. They get exposed to the wonderful brains in and around Atlanta, and that is why we've had this summit.
Tell us, what can we expect to see here today? Who are some of the other presenters that may be here today?
We have several presenters. We have Chattahoochee Nature Center. We have One More Generation, Aware Wildlife Center. We have Roswell, the city of Roswell, with the Earth balloon, which is like a massive hit. We have Georgia State University and our own Fulton County Energy Department, Russell Hawley here, talking about various aspects of conservation.
Awesome. And the entire elementary school, grades 1 through 6, will be involved in this today?
Actually, we have kindergarten through 5th grade, and everyone is involved.
I understand there's going to be some live animals here today as well.
Yeah,
that ought to be exciting for the kids.
It is, and you should see it when Chattahoochee Nature Center pulls out those snakes. There is a hush, and it's fantastic. There are a lot of animals, critters, and it's beautiful to have them.
Absolutely. All right. Well, folks, we are going to get involved and get started with the Eco Summit. I want to bring Principal Ahuja back a little bit later, but for right now, we're going to talk to one of the other faculty members who is actually leading the conservation effort.
And that is Deepa Raju, and she is a conservation buff. And I have another faculty member, Miss Maloney, and both of them ran a lovely club, and they are here to meet you. Come on over.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, it is a pleasure to be here at the first Eco Summit.
I'm glad. We're very excited.
I understand that you've been running the conservation effort here at the school.
For starting last year, yes. Last year, we were involved with Eco Team and Conservation Club. There were 2 clubs that we kind of just started getting students involved and aware of conservation efforts and what they can do.
Now, are there certain animals that you're in conservation of, or is it all animals?
So we started off the club kind of looking at conservation as a whole, talking about conservation of animals, of water, reduction of uses, not just protecting what we have, but also kind of reducing what we're using so that we can, kind of keep it going a little bit longer, keep it around for a little bit longer. Once the kids kind of had a general idea of conservation, we then moved on to focusing on specifics. We focused on the water cycle, some things that hit the standards a little bit harder. And then we also looked at emphasis of conservation of animals like elephants and rhinos and some of the animals that are on the endangered species list right now.
When did you first hear of One More Generation?
Actually, when I started with the Conservation Club, I hadn't heard about it until this school, but they came in, they spoke to the kids about orangutans and some of the efforts they're doing within Indonesia. And the kids just got completely inspired. It was really nice to see them start caring and start to realize, I think, what all is going on in the world.
Why don't you tell us exactly what the conservation efforts are here at the school, and what are some of the programs that the kids are involved in?
There are quite a few. We have a recycling system going. The kids are completely involved with that. They actually are the ones that educate the classes about what can and cannot be recycled. They're the ones that go around collecting the recyclable materials. Last year, we attempted for the first time to get involved with a competition with some of the other schools in the area over the recycling. And now that they're aware of that, I think maybe they'll be continuing that again this year. They are involved with presenting to the school about various ways that we impact the environment. In the past, they've done whole community get-togethers where they've tried to break world records and, create shapes out of children, just to bring awareness to the causes. There was an effort that we did where every child put footprints on a sheet of paper to indicate the number of children that support a cause, just to kind of show their effort, and a lot of bringing awareness to the classes.
Is there any composting that's going on here at the school?
There is not. We've actually been talking about starting it here. But because composting is something that needs to be maintained over the summer,
yes,
there's a certain level of faculty involvement that needs to be there, and making sure that you can orchestrate someone to be around. So yeah, it's in the works. But
have the kids have you started, or do you have, or have you thought of starting a community garden?
We actually have one, and Miss Maloney, the lady you'll be speaking with next, is in charge of that, and it is amazing. There are such beautiful herbs growing, tons of different plants, and the kids are involved with it. They do the weeding, they do the gardening, and it brings them to an awareness on plant life, on what's needed for plants, but it also kind of teaches them the accountability. You have to be there. You have to continue to nurture and take care of them. It's not something you can just go to the grocery store and have. It comes from hard work.
Well, what are you expecting to get out of this Eco Summit today? What's the main goal of having this very first Eco Summit here at the school?
I think for my students, I want them to be aware of what's available. I want them to see the efforts being made by the world. There's a big push for thinking globally and acting locally, right? So kind of being aware of what's happening and how their small little steps here can impact the world as a whole. One water bottle here, 2 water bottles a week. It may not seem like a lot, but over time, amplified by the number of people, it can be an immense amount of waste, and just kind of being aware of what animals are impacted, what aspects of our world are being impacted by it.
Very well said. We all make a difference in
Yes.
our own little tiny way.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
And we're going to have you back later in the
great.
day to have more comments.
All right.
But right now we're going to speak. Okay.
I can edit better that way.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm edit this out.
All right. Great. All right. We're done.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Well, no, end it. Like you normally do.
Okay. Wow. Well,
Deepa Raji.
Ms. Devaraji, thank you very much for being here at the Eco Summit, and thank you for talking with the Green Guy.
Not a problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Perfect. Yeah, I have you to. Which one of these can I steal?
Here you go.
Okay. You would give me the correct.
Wow.
Name.
Wow.
When I edit and put it in, it will be correct.
And can we pause for a minute just to give her the web address? Is it streaming live now?
It is.
It is.
Can I go back?
No. Yes, you
And
can. How was it?
Try
Again
again.
later.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to tap me later too.
No, I
so.
don't.
My handwriting. So
Okay. What's your name?
Megan Maloney.
Megan Malone, and you're part of the conservation program.
Yes,
And-
I did a lot with the garden.
Okay, great. So
So I know a lot about
we'll
that.
talk about that.
And in the conservation club, we also built an outdoor habitat for surrounding animals.
Awesome. We're going to talk about that. So, surrounding
Well,
animals.
like animals that live in the area.
Yeah. So like rabbits and raccoons and stuff like that can come in here.
Pollinator boxes.
So they can just come in out of the wild.
Yeah,
Oh, awesome.
and we built bird houses and bird feeders.
I just didn't want to go to.
Beautiful.
Video.
Okay.
Does the channel
Robin Maloney.
stop? The channel
Maloney.
itself
Megan
stop?
Malone. Sorry.
Right. It'll, once you go on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm big with the garden. I can talk more about that.
That's what we're going to talk
Yeah,
about.
what's on that channel
That's what
right
we're going to
now.
talk about.
Shopping.
Well, yeah, this is, but we're still.
Should I write my name on it?
Oh, even this conversation is streaming? Oh. Oh,
What?
okay. So it'll only be what's going on here at school today. Okay, that's fine.
Just don't click on any other
Don't
video.
click on
You're
anything
good.
else.
All right, let me know if you have any.
Am I looking into this thing?
Huh?
Am I looking into this thing?
Yes, sir. Just like it's a little TV screen.
All right, so we're going to act like we're on.
And, oh, you know what? Oh, I didn't get a shot.
Yeah, but every
We gotta bring her back too at some point.
Okay.
I gotta get my
So even
shots
this would be on, this whole conversation? is-
right now. That's why we can't say anything really terrible about stuff.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do that.
Well, no, I just meant it. Go ahead and send it out. Let me just
Perfect.
make sure Richie knows.
All right,
exactly.
so-
And then, let me see if it's.
Megan Maloney.
Megan
You can
Maloney,
start
yes.
when you're ready.
Okay.
All right.
Do you have a walking ID? I can do that.
All right, this is Eric Moncrief, Survival Radio Network, Talk with Green Guy Radio Show. We are sitting here with Megan Maloney. She is part of the Conservation Club here at the Northwood Elementary School, where we're doing the very first Eco Summit here with all the students here at Northwood Elementary in Roswell, Georgia. Megan, it is a pleasure to have you sitting in with us. Why don't you share with us what the Conservation Club is all about and what the kids are doing?
Okay. Well, the Conservation Club last year, it started and we worked together with the children to build an outdoor habitat for animals that live in the area.
Wow.
So the children built pollinator houses and bird houses, bird feeders. They built a bird bath
Wow.
and different things. And then we went out and put them out in the area out front in front of the school.
Okay, so the actual animals that live in the area, that inhabit this area, come and go to the bird feeder, come to the, wow, that's cool. So the kids get to actually see all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And so they're basically kind of taking care of them.
Exactly. And it makes it more of like an outdoor classroom to where they can go and learn about them as well and see them in their own habitats.
So they are hands-on with the conservation effort here at Northwood Elementary. Great. I also understand that you guys have a garden here.
Yes. Last year, I think last year I went to the Garden Earth Naturalist. Actually, it was the year before. And it's a program through UGA, and it's for a week, and we learn about how to teach with nature and how to teach with a garden. And we came back, and a fellow colleague of mine and I worked with a group of students in the summer to build the garden. And we decided to do herbs because it's in the central location of the school, so parents can't really come in and water it in the summer.
Okay.
So the herbs can kind of sustain themselves.
Okay.
But we do flowers as well.
What kind of herbs, by the way, are
So
out
we
there?
have like parsley, oregano, basil, rosemary, thyme. I think that's it.
Have you guys eaten any of the
Well,
herbs yet?
I've picked them and then I put them out front for the teachers to take home. So the teachers have. We haven't built cooked anything yet with the kids, but
Okay.
it's part of our plan. I teach kindergarten, so it's part of our plan for when we do our project-based learning.
What do the teachers say about the herbs they've already tasted?
Oh, they think they taste great.
Awesome. What else are you guys doing in terms of the Conservation Club?
The Conservation Club also, besides the outdoor habitat, they learned about the water cycle and the area's water source and like the water footprint. They also talked about different endangered species or different animals, and we actually adopted an elephant. So the kids were really excited about that. And there were times where they worked in the garden. So it's just kind of everything.
A little
Yeah,
comprehensive
yeah,
of
yeah.
everything. Animal conservation, environmental conservation. Wow, that is great. That's what's going on here at Northwood Elementary School.
And we hope to add in, I'm part of the Green Challenge for Fulton County. So we hope to add in something with that.
What is the Green Challenge of Fulton
Well,
County?
the Green Challenge is a way of trying to save money by being more green. So, for instance, there's a dashboard that we learned about where we can see like the electrical use in the school and the water usage, and see the different days that we use more and less, and then like what we can do to help us cut down on that.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, you certainly have a lot going on here at the school, and we really appreciate all of your efforts that you put into working with the students. And we're going to have you back later in the day to talk a little bit more about what's going on here at the Eco Summit. But we really appreciate you stopping by and talking with the Green Guy about this. You're welcome.
Thank you. And if I could have your name, sorry, just.
Wow. I'm feeling like I'm kind of bombing here.
No, it's still Earth.
Did I do okay?
Oh, you were awesome.
You were great. This guy.
I'm the one
I think
that's
you're doing good.
okay.
Thank you so much.
I think what I need to do also is it'd be more comfortable for me to kind of sit this way. I think.
Yeah, whatever comfortable you've done. So you're doing the intro in, but just keep in mind, although we're running this, we're just doing that for film. What I want you to do is put buttons on them. So just like you start, so when you wrap up, all right, well, thank you so much. We'll have you come back a little later. We'll talk about that. This is Talks with Green Guy
Gotcha.
at the Eco Summit Lounge.
Gotcha.
We'll be right back.
Gotcha.
Or, something like that.
Okay.
Because each little segment is going to be its own little
I got you.
video.
I got you.
That's why I was telling you don't run into the next one.
Yeah.
Because like that whole transition where she got up,
Yeah.
I want to be able to stop it, then go to this next one. Stop it,
Yeah.
edit, then go. Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
We'll figure that out later though.
Okay. I got a little nervous.
That's all right. This your first one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little different with film. It's all to the good.
Wow.
All right. So I don't think we have anybody right now, so I may stop it. I think that'll be 3 right there, and I can cut that up later.
Wow.